you who don't know me yet. By profession, I work in IT and as a solutions architect. I've only been in this business for 2 years.
Whoa.
Okay, yes, for 2 years. And what I'm actually going to teach you or train you or share with you is about recruiting, right? And it's kind of funny how I actually got into this, because when I was in the early stage of joining this business, I wasn't really planning on doing any of this business, all right? Because I was in IT. But before I go ahead and teach you or dive into that recruiting topic, I want to share you a little bit of my story. Okay. I saw this concept back in October 2022. I was just invited by my friend, accountant friend, to hop onto a Zoom and have a look at the concept, right? So it took me actually 3 exposures to join the business. I saw Miss Ginelli Espiritu here. She was the one who presented the concept to me. I didn't join straight away. But then after 3 exposures, okay, makes sense. They followed up, a lot of follow-ups from Fo and Ginelli, and eventually I actually said yes to the business. I went to my husband and I told him, pay off your contract in your mobile because I'm going to shift you to me. He didn't know what I was doing at the time, but he knows is that happy wife is happy life. Right? So he did it anyway. And after that, I disappeared. I disappeared for 4 months, right? They kept calling me. I was missing in action because I wasn't planning on doing any business. And I went to the States. My company sent me to the States. I came back and I saw this $22 coming out of my account. Who among you can relate? Right? $22. Okay, I said, what am I going to do with this? Do I go ahead or do I quit? Right? And I caught up with our Senior Vice President, Mr. Fu Nguyen. That's actually our first time to meet, in person. And what he told me was, Josephine, if you want to go ahead with this, I only request 2 things. Book a meeting and attend an event, right? So I booked that meeting. That was in February 2023. I was very scared of inviting people. Who can relate? Right? So what I did, I asked my neighbor and a common friend, just come to my house, let's catch up. I have chicken. Right? So they came in, chicken. Oh, by the way, this is foam. So foam is in my house, was in my house at the time. By the way, this is foam. He will explain something to you. And then I went to the other room. Okay? And when I came out, they signed up. So I had my first 2 business partners. Right? So come March, that's my first event. Right, my first event. So I brought 5 people there. Me, my husband, my son, and my 2 business partners. My son and my husband left halfway, went shopping instead. But I stayed. You know why? Because I was so amazed with what I saw. So many professional people going up the stage. They've been here for 7 years, 13 years, 14 years. And my head's like, what is it in here that I haven't really seen, right? So I got really curious about that. And I made that decision on that day. And I said, I am going to run this. I'm going to listen to the leaders. So I started attending the trainings. I started plugging in. And I just followed the system. I made the list of people that I am going to potentially invite or at least be a customer. Okay? So, in short, I became a good, follower. And let's fast forward. A year and a half after that decision, my husband and I became the first regional vice president of this company. Started with 2 business partners. Now it has grown to 759 business partners. We have about 7,345 Even if you did not get the bonuses that's available, it's okay. Okay? Okay, it's okay. You can still be an RVP. There's still so much money on the table. Okay? Second lesson that I want you to learn. There will be people that you thought will support you, but actually will not. So don't get too attached to that. My favorite word nowadays is next. And the third lesson, which is the most important thing, is part of that success story is recruitment. Recruitment. Building a team and working smart. Okay. So let's go with recruit. So why recruit? Okay. Even the big companies, Apple, Google, even government companies or services, departments, they recruit the best people. Agree? Yes. Okay. Same with connection. We are always recruiting for people who are willing, who have that hunger, who have that deep why to run this business. Because no one can do this business alone. Okay? Even in the corporate world, CEO, they need a CFO, they need a COO, because they provide different expertise. Correct?
Yes.
Same thing here in connection. You cannot do it alone. Right? It's better to find people who can also help you. Find people who are smarter than you, who can do the presentation, right? Smarter than you, who can be technical enough to move and help services. People who can be your leaders, right? So that is why we recruit. In the corporate world, this is their process, right? So this is the HR process. It's very complex, expensive, and time-consuming. They ask for your resume, right? They ask for your experience. They ask for what salary did you get from the previous one, okay? And 100 applicants, only one position. Agree? Correct? Right? It's very time-consuming. And if that one person goes through, it's going to go through onboarding. It's going to go through training, quarterly review, right? That is very exhausting. Let's compare it with connection. Connection process is very, very easy. Our process is we just simply show the concept to people. We don't ask you for your diploma. We don't ask you for what experience do you have. We don't ask you how much money do you have. Correct? You can be a doctor. You can be a bodyguard. You can be a stay-at-home mom. You can be an engineer, right?
A train driver.
Yes, you can be a retired person, right? Or you can be a pastor. Anyone can actually do this, right? So, very, very simple concept. The main thing is we need to get people see this concept. We set a date and a time, right? Second is we make a list. Always grow that list, okay? And the third is you invite. And this is where a lot of people are actually struggling. How do we invite? How do we properly invite? Just keep it short, right? Be excited when you are inviting people. Remember, you are actually giving value to these people. They may not realize in the beginning, but at the end of it, they will realize that you're giving value to their lives. Okay? So very, very simple. Now, how do we do the recruitment? There are so many ways available nowadays, and we're so lucky. Okay? We do a Zoom. Okay? I am the Zoom queen. I have that title. And the crown. So, I do the Zoom. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I can do 5 Zooms in a day if you want me to. Okay? Or maybe more. And weekends, yeah, you can, all my teammates here, they drag me, yes, Zoom, all right, bring it on. So Zoom, it's very easy, just show the concept to a lot of people. If they have questions, let's put you on a breakout room, I will answer any question that you have, okay? So Zoom, very, very useful, very convenient, very quick. We still do home meetings, right? It's still best to have that face-to-face interaction, right? You feel the vibe, you feel the energy. You of the people when it's face-to-face. So I like it too. We also do hybrid, okay? So we're advanced now, okay? So sometimes me and Fung will be in one area. We will be on a TV. That is an example of a Canberra meeting. They were in Canberra, and Fung and I were in Queensland. So we did that meeting with them. We were on a TV. So we can do that. We've done a lot of that. So that is actually how we show people the concept. But the most important thing that I would like you to remember, for you to be able to recruit, you have to book a meeting. Book a meeting. Can we all say that? Book a meeting. Book a meeting. Alright. That's the number one. Now, okay. So, what I've learned here is you should always be recruiting. Even the big companies, they always recruit because they need to find the best people. Okay? Always be on the recruiting side. For me, this is what I have done. I joined networking groups. I established relationships with them. And eventually, you get to have that relationship building rapport first before you ask them, are you ready? Looking at other ways of making money. Not exactly like that. Right? You have to build a certain relationship with them first. Now, I also like to join Facebook groups. I get to meet a lot of people there, and if they have meetings, I go there. I like to hang out with business people, business owners, because their mindset is all related to business. I don't need to change that. Do you remember that if you hang out with 5 negative people, you will be the 6th one? Right? So I hang out with positive people. Right? So, I attend charity events as well. I get to meet a lot of people there. I still keep in touch with my contacts. I still send, hi, hello, how's up, what's going on with your life? Even if they said no to me, I don't cut that cord. Okay? Don't cut that because they are watching you. Someday, in their lives, they might need you. Right? So keep that contact. And I always add new contacts to my phone list. And I'll give you an example. Whenever I meet someone, okay, so we've talked a little bit, and I would say, hey, you know, maybe one of these days I can help you or you can help me. How about we exchange contacts? So I was able to get the number, and this is what I say. Is it okay if we get a selfie? So that when I text you or I contact you again, you know what I look like. Most of them actually say yes. And after that selfie, I sent a text to them, said, hey, it's nice meeting you, yeah, keep my number. That's it. It's always adding. Of course, you have to change how you look, how you talk, because people get drawn into you. I smile a lot. I talk a lot. I wasn't like this before. I just changed. I build rapport, and of course, I exchange contact details. Okay? And recruiting mindset has changed. For me, it's all about finding that one person. Remember, we are not selling, right? We are only sharing the concept. So don't be scared of recruiting. Okay? Don't be scared. It's actually fun nowadays for me. We sort people. We show the concept and we sort them. Customer, business partner. Customer, business partner. That's all we do. We're not asking them to, hey, you have to join. Not like that. And some will say no. Okay? Some will say no. Don't be too attached to that. Just say next. Okay, can you say next? Next. Alright. Always remember that it's a numbers game. You have to show it to a lot of people to be able to find that one person. May I please request Lyra and Edwin Capco to just stand up there. So, Lyra is a friend of mine. She's always been on my list. But I was so scared of inviting her. It took me like 7 months to invite her. And I invited her over a roast chicken. I said, Lyra, come and pick up the roast chicken in my house. Okay? And while she was there, hey, by the way, this is full. She'll just explain to you. And by the time it's halfway, they signed up. And you know what Lyra is now? She is one of the top regional directors. Introduce Doc Gemma. Doc Gemma, can you please stand up and Kuya Roy? So Doc Gemma and Kuya Roy, they are the this? Why? And Doc Gemma and Kuya Roy are now RD, regional directors as well, building a massive team. Sometimes it's timing. It's timing. Okay, Kuya RJ and Ate Beth, I met them through a different person, and it's just timing for them because they're heading to retirement and they need something coming in and also something to do, meet a lot of people. They are regional directors here in Gold Coast. Yeah. Another one, Wilcats, Willie and Kathy. Can you please stand up? Okay. These couples like a magnet. When you bring them to a lot of people, they will get those contacts straight away. They're really good. Okay? But they've done this business in the past. They did not succeed because of support at that time. But now it's so much better. The timing is correct. They are the top producing IBO production regional director in our organization. Keep learning and developing your mindset. People get drawn into you when you change. Right? You change. The right people will be attracted and the right outcome as well will come out. This is very important as well. Longevity is credibility in this business. 2 stories I will share to you. Can you stand up, please? Sel and Ronald Pilapil. When I was starting, I was ETL, I have been texting Ronald. Hey Ronald, just have a look. I kept getting no, busy. Okay. So one day I got promoted to a regional director. They saw the post, and then Ronald reached out. Hey, can you tell me more? So late at night, I did a Zoom. They signed up on that night. Yes, and now they are regional coordinators in Canberra. Another story that I have here. Sometimes it's also timing and the value that you bring to that person. I was an ETL, Rod has this contact in his phone, and he has been asking me, let's contact Josh. She lives in Tasmania. She's a business owner. We presented, now I was an ETL, we presented the concept. She said, no, it's too busy. And she really is very busy. And it's okay, kept that contact. And we went to Tasmania. I still tried to, contact her. I want to meet. Still busy. But 2 months ago, we were in Bali. You know how our SVP treats all the RVPs for a free trip? Yeah. Yes. So we were there, okay? And then Rod saw the post. Oh, Josh is also here in Bali. And I said, come on, contact her. And when we met up, and together with Fo, and then, what we presented to Josh is not the business. It's the value that she can bring to her franchisees. The NMI Tyro opportunity, right? So they are now able to accept card payments. And that's it. So Josh here, Josh, can you please stand up? And you know how many tyros has she signed so far? How many? 10. Alright, so that was it. Another one. And this is the greatest recruitment of all time. Okay? So I would say don't prejudge when you're recruiting. Look at this guy. Right? So he was actually recruited by someone he doesn't know. Total stranger. Right? And he was asked, do you look at other ways of making money? He said yes. Okay? So he has been here for 14 years. He has changed a lot. And that is what he's now.